leadership. And I want to congratulate the Honourable Member for Blackpool North and Fleetwood for securing this very important debate. I want to speak about a case in my constituency that shows both the problem and, importantly, what a solution can look like. Last July, business owners near the Hurstwood Court Recycling Centre on Raikes Lane in Burndon contacted me about traffic and road safety. Queues for the site were backing up onto St Peter's Way and spilling onto Manchester Road. Access to local businesses was being blocked, and there was a real safety risk, and it was happening day after day. So I brought together Bolton Council, Recycle for Greater Manchester, and the operator Suez to address the problem. And to their credit, all parties acted. A hatched yellow box has been painted at the entrance and an exit to keep it clear. The entrance itself has been reprofiled so more vehicles can now wait on the site while speaking to the gate attendant rather than queuing on the public road. And a new turning space has been created for vehicles leaving without entering the centre. And cones have been installed to stop the parking that was blocking the site lines. Now, I want to be honest, these measures have not solved the problem completely, but they have mitigated some of the worst of it, and it has made real differences to the residents and businesses. Alongside the physical changes, Recycle for Greater Manchester has been suggesting alternatives, less busy sites, and advising people on when the centre is quiet. There are over 20 recycling centres across Greater Manchester, and spreading business across them eases the pressure on a single site. But here's my wider point, Chair. Traffic builds up at waste site is not a one-off. It is a recurring and entirely foreseeable pattern, particularly at older sites that were simply never designed for today's volumes of traffic and waste. Yet too often the response is reactive. Action comes only after residents, businesses or members of parliament push for it. Communities should not have to run campaigns to get a yellow box painted on the road. So I have three questions for the Minister. First, would the department encourage joined-up working between councils, waste authorities and operators as standard practice, rather than something that happens only when it's locally demanded? Second, what support and funding is available to council for physical improvement at older sites, such as the reprofiled entrances and turning spaces that made the difference in Bolton? And third, will the government look at establishing a clearer, ongoing channel for residents and businesses near waste sites to raise concern, rather than relying on ad hoc local campaigns? Raikes Lane shows what can be achieved when everyone gets around the table, and how much further, but we still have a lot further to go. What is missing in the system that acts before